Well, look at what we've got here. Breitbart's finally released the trailer for its latest movie, My Son Hunter, and by now, almost everyone knows it'll center around Hunter Biden's 2020 laptop scandal. You won't be surprised when we tell you this political documentary's headed to cause quite a scandal once it's released, but for now, let's dive into all that we know so far. First up, the trailer for My Son Hunter is finally out. Breitbart released the trailer for its latest movie via Truth Social, and boy has it got everyone talking. Their upcoming project was directed by the famous Die Hard actor Robert Davi, and it's going to hit the screens on 7th September. That's less than a week away, and that's right about 2 months before the 2022 midterm elections. Guess we'll have to keep our eyes out for some major political scandals once this movie comes out. Coming back to the trailer, from the looks of it, we're already expecting a lot of controversial topics. There were a lot of scenes about drugs, prostitution, and illicit business meetings in the trailer itself, so we keep wondering what more is going to be revealed in the movie. What's more, there's a website up for the movie, and you can easily watch the trailer there too. It's more than 2 minutes long, and from what we've seen, we feel like the trailer pretty much tells us all that we need to know about My Son Hunter. Moving on, here's what the CEO of Breitbart remarked about this political movie. When there's political controversy involved, everyone's got something to say. It's no surprise, really, that people get so defensive about their own opinions and come up with a million different ways of explaining how they're right. And we all know how far-right Breitbart is. That's no secret, people. Well, in light of all that, let's talk about all that Breitbart CEO Larry Solov had said about the movie and its trailer. Right after the film's teaser was released, Solov came forward and expressed how his company's not a place where you suppress voices. In fact, he believes that true freedom thrives when you let more voices speak, and that's exactly what My Son Hunter represents here. As Breitbart continues its endeavors of making and distributing more movies, they're going to use this principle as a guiding light. Solov even mentioned how back in 2020, big tech didn't want Americans to know the truth about one of their presidential candidates, so it did all in its power to bury those scandals. But now, with the release of My Son Hunter, everything's going to be exposed once more. Up next, who's playing who in this Hunter Biden movie? Alright, let's get into all the major actors who will be taking up roles in My Son Hunter. From what we've seen in the trailer up until now, we know that British actor Laurence Fox will be taking up Hunter Biden's role in the movie. Other than that, we've also got Gina Carano, the American actress who got cancelled last year in February, playing the role of a Secret Service agent. And since it's a movie revolving around Hunter Biden's laptop scandal, of course, we're going to see Joe Biden make an appearance. From what we've seen in the trailer, it looks like he's going to have more than a cameo in the movie. While you'll be happy to hear that they've chosen the perfect man for President Joe Biden's role in the movie, it's none other than the Dynasty star John James. Right now, these are all the details we've got on the major casting members of the movie. We don't know much about the supporting roles, but once the movie hits screens on 7th September, we'll find out eventually. Let's look at the controversies Gina Carano has been involved in. American actress Gina Carano, starring in this Hunter Biden biopic as a Secret Service agent, has been involved in a few controversies in her own time. In February of last year, as some film buffs might recall, she was dropped from The Mandalorian after social media users trended the hashtag Fire Gina Carano by Lucasfilm, who took great pains to clarify that they had nothing to do with her stirringly offensive remark. Apparently, she compared being a Republican to the terrible tragedy of the Holocaust. This is definitely not the first or last time Republicans have used this offensive comparison, but it caused a pretty big stir on social media and the Star Wars galaxy after the popular film star made the comment in public. But that's not the only time Carano has taken center stage with her rather controversial opinions. Previously, she has openly made fun of mask wearing during a global pandemic and falsely alleged voter fraud during the 2020 elections. In any case, though, being cancelled multiple times for her political opinions clearly hasn't discouraged Gina Carano from representing exactly what she believes in. She'll be making the big screens again in this biopic that'll no doubt be hugely popular among Republicans across America. Coming up, Laurence Fox has been involved in his fair share of controversies too. You're all probably aware of the multiple controversial things Fox has said over the years. This British actor was pretty vocal about opposing vaccination against COVID. What's more, that's not the only thing he's publicly taken a stand against. He was against all the George Floyd protests as well, and in light of this, he ended up launching his own right-wing political party called the Reclaim Party. Fox believes that there's a little too much political correctness these days, and once again, to take a stand for what he believes in, he decided to run for the 2021 mayoral elections in London. In an interesting series of events, the British actor ended up losing these elections. Yeah, that wasn't really surprising, considering how harsh his political opinions tend to get. Well, at least he's self-aware. When Fox was interviewed on television back in January 2020, he admitted that sometimes he ends up saying really unfortunate things, which get him into trouble, but he firmly believes that if you've got an opinion about something, you've got every right to express it. The next thing shouldn't take you by surprise, but it turns out that Fox is among those who advocated for the All Lives Matter slogan as retaliation against the Black Lives Matter movement. movement. Yikes. Now for all that we know about the movie's filming and development. Excitingly, the latest news we have of the film's development is quite recent. The film was privately screened in Los Angeles last Wednesday to a small VIP invitation-only group, including Dean Cain, the blockbuster star known for playing Clark Kent, aka Superman, and Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, and for hosting Ripley's Believe It or Not, as well as Nick Searcy, who starred in Justified. Some of the attendees apparently declined to disclose their attendance, worried that making their political leanings apparent might hurt their reputation in the industry. But that is exactly what Robert Davi, the film's director, says he wants to change. He believes it's important to disclose these public secrets about the inner life of the president and his son, so the political stigma around conservatives can be dispelled and the dark secrets of political figures can finally come to the light. What are these secrets exactly? Well, My Son Hunter is sure gonna let us know. Not to mention, My Son Hunter could stir up quite a scandal. While the trailer itself has a lot to say, we've also got producers of the movie admitting that this political documentary explicitly revolves around the lifestyle of Hunter Biden. What secrets and scandals this movie is going to uncover, we're going to find out soon enough. But the fact remains that it's going to hit the screen soon, and we've got the midterm elections coming up in just 2 months. All the stuff that's going to be in this movie, it's going to have a massive influence on the public's opinion. After all, it is America, and most of our politics is informed through the media we consume. Until the movie officially comes out, we'll have to stay tuned for what's in store. Last but not least, commentators' reactions to the movie's trailer. A movie like My Son Hunter is bound to trigger a lot of reactions from people on social media, and it's just how we mentioned, everyone's got something to say. But this commentator's reaction to the movie's trailer just takes the cake. Without further ado, let's get right into what this person on the internet has to say. According to them, Breitbart's latest project is giving Tarantino ripoff vibes. Now that's a good insult in the movie-making industry, but that's not all. Another commentator seemed pretty pressed that we were getting movies like this in 2022. In their opinion, the plot is too predictable. On top of that, to have a whole 2-hour-long movie dedicated to the president and his son scandals, yeah, that's way too much at this point. They really don't make any good movies these days, do they now? Oh well, no point in expecting something better from a far-right political entertainment company in America. That's a wrap for this video. Want to hear more related news? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.